One of the things we try to encourage is for people to be informed and to take some initiative on their own to learn about the issues that we described. And so we are very fortunate. Ruth Swennerfeld has run our book table for us for a couple of years, and she's doing it again this year. And some of you may have seen the book table downstairs. We want to thank Ruth. She's leading a workshop for us today, and she also is taking care of our book table. So we invite you during the day to take a look at the book table and the tables of our sponsors that are downstairs. There is a book list of all the things that are available there. We're going to distribute that after the conference, and I think we'll probably put that on our website too, so that you can find out. If you don't get what you need today, you can see what we were offering and find a way to get it for yourself later on. One of those books that is available is from one of our keynote speakers today, Jim Antel, who has his new book, Climate Church, Climate World, subtitled How People of Faith Must Work for Change. That book is available downstairs, and Jim will be available to sign copies of it during our lunchtime, or maybe at other times you can catch him as well. We'll see about that. Thanks to our board member, Jane Dwinell, who we're doing something different this year. Jane is a board member, but she is catering our lunch today. So she's doing all the work and calling upon board members to assist her in the kitchen. So we're thankful for that. And again, if you have a question about this day, in addition to the ambassadors, we have most of our board members are here today. And so you can ask Betsy. Betsy, raise your hand. So most of you know who Betsy is, but Betsy's our coordinator. You can ask me, or you can ask one of our board members. At the end of our day, we will have a small group sharing time where people will speak about what they've gotten out of the conference and what actions or decisions that they're making for going forward. And we are going to have some music during the day. We're thankful to Heidi Willis, who is providing music for us for this day. I think I've covered everything that we need to cover for this morning. I probably should introduce myself. My name is Dick. I am the current president of the board of Vermont Interfaith Power and Light, and I'm thankful for the support of our board members and the energy and commitment and hard work of Betsy Hardy, our coordinator, to make this day possible and to bring us together for what has become a very special time in sharing on the questions and concerns and issues relative to caring for our home, which is Earth. And so as we go through this day, I hope you find inspiration and challenges and insight and some new determination to continue in this work. I've discovered over my lifetime, with all of the organizations and groups and activities that I've been a part of, that when I go to an event, I go to a meeting, I go to a conference, I go to an activity, I need some time to move from getting there to actually being there. And I'm inviting you this morning to make that transition for yourself. We all had things we needed to do in order to get ready this morning, and to get here and to get ourselves situated. There is a lot of activity involved with getting into this space and getting started here. It's important for us to find in our hearts and in our minds and in our spirits the energy and the determination that we need to be present for this day. So I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I have to ask you to take a moment to enter into silence. If you need to close your eyes, to do that. But to spend this silence not thinking, not praying, not meditating, but listening. I'm inviting you to listen for the voice of earth in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, speaking to you, calling to you, inviting you into a relationship of care, of love, of action, of support. Let's take just a moment to listen. Lord, let my ears go secret agent, each a microphone so hot it picks up things silent, reverbing even the hum of stone close to its eager silver grill. Let my ears forget years trained to human chatter wired into every room, even those empty except of me. Each broadcast and jingle tricking me into being less lonely than I am. Let my ears forget the clack and rumble, our tambourining and fireworking distractions, our roar of applause. Let my hands quit their clapping and rest in a new kind of prayer, one that doesn't ask, but listens, palms up in my lap. Like an owl, let me triangulate icy shuffling under snow as vole. Let me not just name the name when I spot a soundtrack of birdsong, but understand the notes through each syrinx as a singular missive, begging, flirting, fussing, each companion call and alarm as sharp with desire and fear as my own. Prick my ears, Lord. Make them hungry satellites. Have your way with their tiny bones. Teach the drum within that dark to drum again. Because within the hammering of woodpecker is a long tongue unwinding like a tape measure from inside his pileated head, darting dinner from the pine's soft bark. And somewhere, I know, is a spider who bursts a filament of silk and flies it to the next branch. Somewhere, a fiddlehead unstrings its violin into the miracle of fern. And somewhere, a mink not made into a coat cracks open a mussel shell, and with her mouth full of that gray meat, yawns. Those are your sounds, are they not? Do not deny it, Lord. Do not deny me. I do not know those songs, nor do I know the hush a dandelion's face makes when it closes, surrenders, then goes to seed. No, I only know the sound my own breath makes as I wish and blow that perfect globe away. I only know the small, satisfactory popping of roots when I call it weed and yank it from the yard. There is a language of all you've created. Hear me, please. I just want to be still enough to hear. Right here, Lord, I want to be. I have to punctuate that with an amen at the end. I found that poem, it's a poem prayer, which is based on a verse of one of the Psalms, Psalm 46, the 10th verse of Psalm 46. But it just struck me as what I needed to hear and I needed to feel, and I wanted to share it with you as we come together today. We are blessed as we move into our time together to have two voices to bring us thoughts, ideas, inspiration, challenges. And usually, you go to a conference, you have a keynote speaker, and that's one person who is the draw for the day. Well, we have two today, and we're really blessed with that. I'm going to introduce both of them to you, and then give the time over to them to use as they have agreed to share it. Okay. Some of you may remember Jim Montel was our keynote speaker a while ago at one of our conferences, and we are really grateful that he has agreed to come back and be with us again. I hope you all took the time to read Jim and Molly's bios on the website in the description of our day. But we asked each of them to tell us, is there anything else that you would like to have shared about you as we gather this morning? And they, to my surprise, they both responded and gave me a little bit of different information. So I'm going to encourage you, if you haven't already looked at their official bios on the website, to do that. But I'm going to share with you what they each invited me to do. Jim moved to Norwich, Vermont a year and a half ago when he retired from serving 12 years as the leader of the 350 United Church of Christ churches in Massachusetts. In addition to cycling on Vermont's gravel roads with his wife, Cindy, Jim preaches and speaks all over the country, representing the national head of the UCC as his special advisor on climate justice. Jim's book, Climate Church, Climate World, which is downstairs on our book table, is being read by hundreds of congregations. He's just returned from the Arctic Circle Assembly, where he joined the bishops of Scandinavia in advancing the new United Nations Environmental Program initiative called Faith for Earth. Molly Anderson is our other keynote speaker, and again, her official bio is on the website, but she shared with me this additional information. Molly moved to Vermont 4 years ago, largely because of Vermont's very active food community. She is happy to be embedded in that now. She serves on the board of Middlebury Natural Food Co-op and works with Vermont's Farm to Plate Network, which is gathering at Killington Heights November 7th and 8th. She is trying to travel less and stay home more, although she hasn't yet taken a no planes pledge. I am thankful to both of these individuals for agreeing to come and to share with us today, and I would invite you to welcome Jim Montel and Molly Anderson as our keynote speakers this morning.